Peace and greetings, family. Peace and greetings. How y'all doing out there? How y'all doing out there? This brother Son Ray 9 in this house. Most definitely in this house. For Culture Freedom Radio, Culture Freedom Radio. Hey, I just want to come in here briefly and have a little tell y'all about a little subject matter or a little topic that I had a discussion with a friend about. So this topic here is entitled, Why Some Christians Don't Go to Church. Why some Christians don't go to church. And first of all, let me say, I don't profess to be a Christian. I'm not a Christian. I don't go to church. If I'm not a Christian, hell, it's obvious that I don't go to church. So I don't go to church or nothing like that. But I was having this discussion about this here. And primarily what we want to talk about, because, you know, some church folks that do go, they might be commenting and saying why they quit going to church and what's the problem with them, what they experienced that made them stop going to church. Now, I will see it from my point of view. I see that's happening in the black community. And I'm basically talking about in the black community. Is that you can go in the black community and ride down one little street or block. You got about 4 or 5 churches just on one street. And then you look at the crime rate that's in that area, man, it's off the Richter scale. It's off the Richter scale. So I see that one thing as a problem. I see that one thing as a problem. And like I was telling the brother, was like, man, people always talking about the church. Well, I said, well, hell, brother, you got to look at it. Primarily, a lot of people that's in America, as the so-called black people, African Americans, or whatever we like to call ourselves as, primarily are Christians. It's the dominant, religion or spiritual practice that's here in America. So yes, you're going to have Christians. So primarily, man, that's why you're going to have people that are always talking about Christianity, because all the damn, we don't see that many mosques in our community. Hell, we don't see that many synagogues, or Hebrew Israelite temples or camps. And it's primarily, man, the church. And I tell him, he go back, man, back in the days, man, the church was very instrumental. It was the center point of anything went down in the black community, man. That church was there to organize the neighborhood watches, all the community meetings. Now, you go back to the civil rights movement, brother. Look at all the people that was in there. Hell, they had reverends, pastors. They were somebody who served in the church. And they were the ones who was instrumental in gathering and trying to get things passed for civil rights and all of these things. It was the church. So I look at it today, man, how the church is just, they just there, man, I damn near say like bloodsuckers of the poor. But, this is what we was kind of going into. But hell, I don't go to church. So, I get criticized for criticizing the church when they say I don't go. But another thing is just that we was talking about why a lot of people who do go to church, it's just like I was saying, man, he said, man, when they see that, my brother was saying, so you see, that's the people who just want to make up excuse why they don't want to go to church. I said, well, damn, brother. I said, well, look at it. I've heard a lot of complaints from so-called Christians. I said, the thing is, if they got a problem that they go to their church, they got a lot of problem. It's a lot of chaos. These people are dedicated, man. They're trying to live a decent life, and they in a church, and it's a lot of chaos and mayhem. They might say, I ain't trying to, I still want to go to church, man. So they might find another church home. They go there, everything be cool for a little bit. Then it's a lot of chaos and mayhem. The pastor sleeping with this brother's wife, and a lot of money coming up missing. So there's a lot of chaos. They might go to woman church. They say, well, I ain't gonna give up yet. And they might go to another church. There's a lot of pandemonium and stuff there. They just like, you know what? I'm through with this church thing. And like I was telling the brother, man, it ain't like the people, bro, they saying they giving up on God. I said, they just don't want to deal with that church life, man, that church scene, man. There's too much chaos in there. And he was like, well, people always want to say, man, they're sinners. Everybody in the church ain't nothing but sinners anyway. He said the people who don't go to church, they always say it's people in the church. I said, well, shit, bro. Well, it is what it is. But the thing is that, and I told him, I said, well, see, here's another thing. Here's another thing too, bro. A lot of y'all just go to church just for a tradition. You just going. So when a person see you, right, you always talk about, I'm going to church Sunday. I'm singing in the choir. I'm going to do this Sunday morning. And I go to church, all this. But then we see you in the club, in the strip club, making it rain. You're somewhere you see somebody catch you picking up prostitute. You're smoking dope. You're doing every damn thing you ain't got no business. You're doing everything that brother and the sister that's out there in the highways and the byways in the street doing. And I said, man, you even look at your Bible, Doc. Your Bible even talks about how they was ridiculing so-called Jesus in the New Testament, was saying that he was hanging out in the highways and byways with the prostitutes and the thieves, brother. He wasn't hanging out in those synagogues. I said, so all of y'all be running to this church, man. I said, man, that the crime, the people are out here in the streets, Doc. I said, you got to come on out here in the streets and reach the people, man. That's where everything going. I said, for number one, the people that sit in the church, they all always talk about, I'm saved. I'm saved. So what the hell? I said, just say, for instance, I said, because I'm not a Christian, but y'all said Jesus coming back. What Jesus got to come inside the church for when all of y'all are already saved? All of y'all are rescued. Y'all sitting in the building. All of y'all are saved. I said, where y'all think he should go? He going to go out in them streets, bruh. He gonna go get the drug dealers. He gonna try to reach the prostitutes. He gonna go try to reach them people that's out there in the highways and the byways, them sinners out there. He ain't coming to the church to get y'all, bruh. I said, man, so that's what y'all gotta come up outside them goddamn church walls, Doc, and try to reach the people in the street, man. I said, but when the people seeing y'all, I said, that's why the people can criticize you, because you always trying to tell them, you need to go to church, brother. You need to read the Bible, brother. Y'all need to do this, sister. Y'all need to do that. But then as y'all turn around, the people that y'all trying to tell to do this, right? Y'all light ain't shining bright either, because your Bible tell you, man, let your light so shine upon men so they can see your works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. But y'all ain't got no goddamn good light that's shining. Y'all light damn as a mother sucker. Some of y'all ain't even got no damn light. So how them folks gonna come? Why should they come to your church? Huh? So even some Christians, man, getting away, because like I said, man, at one particular time, the church, man, was the focal point, was the center, man, of galvanizing. That's the word I was looking for earlier. For galvanizing the black community to come together when they have any kind of problems. Now the church is all about prosperity teaching. It's all about getting the money. But here's the thing about it. Only person we see really truly getting the money in the church is the preacher. Let me say it again. He seems to be the only one that's prospering. Because when you look out, brothers and sisters, the only person you see is, they said, you got to sow your seed. Well, goddamn, the only seed that is blooming and blossoming, it seemed to be the preacher. He rolling up in Bentleys. He rolling up in Jaguars. He rolling up. He got big diamonds on his fingers, Rolex watches. He got gators on. You sowing the seed, but goddamn, it seemed like that the tree is only growing in his yard. He's the only one getting the fruits that's growing on the vines. When you've been going to church, man, for years, your grandmother and stuff like that, man, because it was like when the brother was talking about how we got into that conversation about how it was a sister on Facebook was saying how I think her mother, grandmother or something had been going to church for a long time, ministering in the church, and then she died broke. So that's something else. So she been sowing seed, and then the seed didn't ever grow. She didn't ever reap what she sown, huh? That's what they tell her, man. So it's all about this prosperity preaching. You get your lights cut off. You can't go to this same church you've been tithing like a motherboard, putting in on building funds, and you try to go to them and asking, hey, I need about $100 to help with my light bill. They go, ain't nothing we can do for you up in here. But like I said, man, that's why a lot of church folks don't go to church. That's why y'all got a lot of so-called people who do confess Christianity don't even want to have nothing to do with the church, man. They don't want to do with the church, man, because a lot of crazy shit that's going on in the church. So why would they be going to a place that's full of chaos and mayhem? And ain't nobody seen to be prospering but the damn preacher. Y'all got preachers on all these salaries and things, making thousands of dollars on salary. Putting grandmama and them in hardship. And all of them in the poor neighborhoods, poor black neighborhoods, sucking the community dry. And now, and they even mentioned that, I said, man, well, they need to get out in the street, man. All these churches out here, bro, and the crime out here in the street, man, in the neighborhoods which the churches reside. And then, brother kind of threw to me, well, see, some people, they don't see the programs they got, in the church. You're right. They in the goddamn church. The programs are in the church. And how, okay, right. If the people don't see that the programs you got in the church, you know what that means? You got to get your ass out there in the street where the people at to show them and let them know y'all got these programs going on in the church. You got to hit the streets, brothers and sisters. You got to get them streets, Christians. Come on, Christians. Y'all got to get in the streets to let the people know that you have these programs in your church. Huh? So that shit don't fly. See, that's just another excuse that Christians, some of you Christians use to say when people talk about the church, they try to say that ain't never sinners in the church. Why should I go to church? Well, just like y'all make up goddamn excuses why you not in the street teaching the people. You say you're a Christian, one who follow the teaching examples of Jesus, huh? Or Christ, as y'all say. Do as he done. Y'all used to have this slogan, Christians. What would Jesus do? See, if you read your damn Bible, you would know what he done and you be doing what he did. Maybe I need to say that again. If you read your Bible for yourself, I'm talking about Matthew, Mark. I call it the autobiography of Jesus, y'all. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to make fun, but I call it the autobiography of Jesus. If you want to know what he did, read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the autobiography, and then you will know what he did. And read it for yourself and quit letting these knucklehead ass preachers tell y'all what's in the book. And you don't even do fact check. I was just looking up somebody who was talking about politics, fact checking behind Donald Trump. Y'all ain't even fact checking the preacher. So you don't know what Jesus did. So y'all just had that old beautiful ass slogan. What would Jesus do? Too bad y'all ain't doing what he did. So this community, your black communities, which all these churches reside, would be in a better situation. Then we would have more things happening, more of community. Like I said, community, a community that will come together because the church will be instrumental in pulling people together when we have a lot of high crime rate, the crime rate in our community, and they will be bringing people together, whatever going on in the community. Somebody's house burned down. The churches will be instrumental in coming together in the community to try to help, help those people whose houses got burned, get them some food, clothing, and whatever they need to help out. That's what the church is supposed to be for, ain't it? But y'all want to talk about prosperity. That's what it's about, prosperity. It ain't about, I thought it was about saving souls. I know it said it used to be about saving souls. Come on. That's why Christians don't go to church. Because they ain't got time for the bullshit. Not just the people who, like me, don't go to church. I ain't got time. I wouldn't go because the bullshit that's going on. And number one, y'all don't study enough to know even about what you're supposed to be in. But the reason Christians don't go to church because they getting tired of the bull crap. They getting tired of the bull crap. Peace. It's Brother Sonny Ray 9 here for Coach Infinity Radio. Just want to share my mind, something on my mind today. Peace, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.